Enter and welcome to Rens Red Room on the Head Nerds in Charge Network.
Hey guys, welcome to Ren's Red Room. I am your host Ren, and this is my guest co-host Chris.
Hey, what's up?
So today we are sadly to say that the people that was stuck in the Titan submarine has been officially gone. They are saying that it could have been caused from the implosion, from being so deep into the bottom of the ocean. So yeah, one passenger was a 19-year-old teenager. 22 feet, capacity of 5, only 96 hours, in the 13,000 depth of bottom of the ocean, where they said the record of them can even go down that far was what, like?
I can tell you it wasn't certified. The company that's supposed to certify that, or because the viewing glass they had was only rated for like 3,000 feet.
Right.
13,000, 3,000. I'm not a mathematician, but that math ain't mathing.
So it's a lot of speculation of why did this man, of course, money, the greed of it, but seriously, if you only could survive the depth of 3,000 and you, a scientist, knowing that the Titanic is 13,000 feet below, how did you was going on a wish and a prayer?
Supposedly, the way the stuff was set up, they on paper it would have lasted, or it should have lasted, but shit happens. It does, and they should have did a lot more testing. And like, even hypothetically, let's say someone found that stuff and was able to bring it up. Guess what? It was bolted and closed. So they had to do, I think it was 16 bolts they would have to get out. So they could have been up there waiting for those 16 bolts and then die from that. It's so much that could have been done. But at the end of the day, why? The Titanic, just so you can say, I saw the Titanic, I'm good.
Exactly. You could have paid me $2,000. We could have watched Titanic on the documentary or the movie. I could have sprayed some water in your face, throw you some salt, make it smell like the ocean, and you would have been good. You would have got the experience. I am not about to risk my life with, first of all, knowing how deep that ocean was would have gave me, nah, I'm good, bruh. In the first,
I saw, before even seeing the picture of the people inside of it, you know what I said? There was no black people on that shit.
Exactly.
But why? Why would we know? We good.
I'm wondering if they asked Oprah. Oprah probably was like, "Are you crazy? I gotta sign a what? Wait.
Did you hear the waiver?
Yes.
The waiver basically covered everything.
Everything.
But the thing is, gross negligence. You cannot have someone sign a waiver for gross negligence. One of my schools that I used to teach at, martial arts schools, we had a waiver of liability. And the waiver of liability didn't cover you. If it was gross negligence, you could still be liable. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Because it's like, you still can sue. These are millionaires.
They'll find a way.
They'll find a way. Hopefully they sue them so much that they have to be in the poorhouse.
Well, the CEO was on it. He died too.
But it still was other people.
The company, yeah.
Yeah, it's still the company itself.
2018, there was a guy who worked for the company and got fired because he brought so much stuff to light. Like, yo, this is fucked up.
Yeah, he was a whistleblower, and they tried to. The whistleblower tried to sue the company because it's like, you fired me because I told the truth. You pretty much got these parts. Some of these parts you could have got it from Home Depot. It was like a science experiment.
Not only that, they said that the submersible was made of carbon fiber, but he was like, in the interview that he gave, like, oh yeah, but some of the parts, they could be off the shelf. Some of these things are off the shelf, and like they're ballast. The things, when you go underwater, you need balance. Now, a lot of subs they have these long tubes, and they'll take in water when they want to go deeper, and they'll release water when they want to increase their buoyancy. Well, part of his thing was, oh yeah, well, if it gets stuck, if it fails, this can fail, we'll just pop those off and we'll float back up to the top. And I'm just like, no,
Right.
No.
Even if that's the case, you know how still you still got creatures in the ocean. There was giant squids, whales, and who else knows, because they said they have been more into outer space than that deep into the ocean. So we know more up there than we do down there. So it could have been anything. Even if the emergency thing is worked, the floats to float up, anything could have knocked that or attacked that or did something to it.
And what you're saying about giant squids, I believe it's a type of whale that eats the giant squids, and squids eat the whale, and they literally have battles with each other in the depths of the ocean.
Yeah, I can believe
There's all types of things we don't even notice down there.
The thing is, the creatures that even live there, like the giant squids and the whales, don't even go that deep down in the ocean.
There's something down there.
Of course there's something down there. Of course. And I don't know if it's the world saying you already killed everything else on our planet. You not come down here to find out what's happening down here. But leave that area alone, guys. Like, obviously, that water is telling y'all something. Get off my land. It's telling us something.
I felt bad, and my morbid sense of humor came in, and they said the military guy, the admiral, was like, yes, this is a multinational search or multinational help and shit. And I'm thinking they didn't ask Atlantis. They would have found us like that.
Yeah.
But then I was
Nerdist.
Like,
the nerdist.
That's bad. That's real bad.
That's the only people that could have saved them. Honestly.
Yeah, literally, like, only like fucking Namor.
That's the only people.
Or Aquaman. That's like the only motherfucker that could have saved them.
Man. But yeah, I didn't think they would have lasted 2 days, man. It just was not. Every sign just pointed to death. It's just sad that a little boy is lost.
No, he was 19. That's a man. Stop saying just because the word
it's still
teen.
A teen in it.
No, he's an adult.
Okay.
He's an adult. Don't call him a boy.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he was a man. He was 18 and above, you're a man. 18 and above, you're a woman. Like, he had sex with a teenager. She was 19. Nope. No.
It's okay. A young life has been lost.
Yes, lives have been lost. I hate when any life is lost when it doesn't need to be. Life is precious. There are ideas and thoughts that they have that will never be known and can never be shared.
Right.
Life is definitely precious. Yes, it sucks. But they also suck the finger in the socket.
True.
Literally, the Titanic's at the bottom of the ocean. Nothing's there for them.
And with all the research and information that they had, they could have been easily like, it was already a couple before that bowed out because they figured the structure of this machine and the waiver was like, okay, you pretty much telling me I'm going to die. So this was supposed to be like what they first real passengers to be even.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to be your
first guinea pig.
Once you got like 5-10 journeys back and forth, everything is cool. I got you.
Right.
But this ain't it.
Right. Lord.
I have a friend. Okay, I don't know the military folks out there, but the V-22 Osprey, it's an aircraft, has two rotor on each side. It can make them go vertical for takeoff, and it can fly with it. Well, this craft had a lot of trouble when it first came in. I had a sergeant. They told her, "Hey, you're about to do one of my jobs in the military was working with helicopters." They told her, "Hey, you're gonna have to go on this mission with this helicopter." She was, "No, this shit's fucked up. You've been dying." And the mission was in the evening. And she's like, "I'm not doing it." They go, "Oh, you're refusing orders?" Refusing orders is a big deal in the military.
Right. You
get kicked out, you don't get enlist, all that shit. She said, "No, I'm not doing it." And so they're, "All right, we're going to deal with you in the morning." Yeah, the fucking thing crashed, and all the motherfucking Marines on it died.
Wow.
She said they say a word to her afterwards.
Wow.
So she was like, "No, I'm not going. I refuse to." And then it crashed, and everyone died. So they were just like,
She was right. The woman's intuition.
Follow the science. It's crashing.
Yo, I don't understand it. I get that as an explorer that you want to find out the meaning of all life, but Amelia Earhart was the first woman to be on the plane that got missing, right?
I believe she was pilot too.
Oh, you think so?
No, I think it was something that said Amelia Earhart was
Was
poly.
Polly interesting?
Let me look that up real quick.
Okay.
We have technology.
She was a freak.
She was free.
But yeah, Amelia Earhart was a woman who was a pilot who literally threw a plane across the Atlantic Ocean, right? So
it was a solo flight.
Yeah, but was it across the Atlantic?
Yes, and the wrong man. It was a large body of water.
So you heard of the Bermuda Triangle theory? Like, listen, leave that water alone because it's telling y'all something. It's telling y'all leave me alone.
And that's her being eaten by giant crabs.
Wait, what? Who?
Yeah, there's a species of crab. They're called coconut crabs. They're really, really strong.
Mm-hmm.
They call them coconut crabs because they can crack coconuts with their claws. They believe that her body was eaten by them.
Sadness.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, let's rest in peace to those, those people. Sad. So next topic I wanted to talk about is so Dr. Umar Johnson, our favorite Afro Negro biologist on blackness and blackhood. So this is what he's trying to say.
2/3 of our kids are being raised by the women. Mm-hmm. And like I said, when I say being raised, I'm not saying it needs to be a father. I would like a father in that house, but I know it's not enough of us to go around. Yeah. We are not even being accountable to the boys in the hood. And we're complaining about the women. I argue with women who are making babies with the irresponsible men that we didn't raise correctly. That's bullshit. All right. That's wimp-ass, weak man shit. Take responsibility for our shit. Stop scapegoating them. Yeah, I could agree to that. All I'm saying is look at all we can be doing better, man. Half the black boys in the 4th grade can't read. What black men doing about that systemically? Black boys are the most unemployed teenager in America. What black men doing about that? Punky and Red Red, you kept talking about? Mm-hmm. We letting them raise right before our eyes, and then we want to criticize us for ending up with one when we should have made sure there were none.
Listen, we all got choices. Just like if I choose to live a lifestyle, that's part of choices.
No, it's not. We have to deal with this systemically. Here's systemic factors at play. You totally divorce your analysis from any systemic factors at all. You ain't mentioned one. You can talk about her and Pookie and rape 2/3 of our kids.
So pretty much what Dr. Umar is trying to say is he wants black men to be accountable to why black women have to now take the position of masculinity. So you won't let you speak.
No, go for it. I'm letting you finish.
Okay. So as you heard, Dr. Umar Johnson is a therapist, and he made a school for black kids to get credit, to actually learn how to fix your credit and know how to do tires and how to fix cars, like a real school to help you even beyond high school learn different types of skills. So he's trying to say we need to have more black leaders than followers in the black community. Now you can go and see what you think of what he said.
We had black leaders in the black community.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what happened?
What?
They told the black woman, we're going to give you food, housing, and clothing, but you can't have a man in your house. So they didn't tell the white families that, because the largest demographic on welfare in this country are white people. Trailer parks and project are the same people, just a different color. Trailer parks on tour, you can't have a man live in your house. But Section 8, they told the black woman that she couldn't, and she took that money. Mm. So when they removed the black man from the household, that was a targeted attack on our family. Then there's also post-traumatic slave disorder, where they would emasculate the black man in front of the black woman so that she would see him as not a protector and not a provider. She would use her body to get things that she needed from the slave master, and the black man could do nothing about it. I think And the reason why, like, now I'm speaking personal experience. The reason why a lot of black men don't want to step in, because we've been friend zoned by those same chicks that get ran through by the fucking streets in their 20s. And then when they're 35, 40, that's when they want to settle down after they got 3 to 5 fucking kids, 10 kids. And they told me I was a piece of shit and they didn't want me. But now, since I started to focus on me and I'm doing really good, now they want to look at me. They want to talk to me. I was talking to somebody else. I've never seen, and I never realized how many people, and just say at least all women I know, a bunch of women I know, they can't pay their bills.
Yeah.
They have electric bills, thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Gas bills, hundreds or thousands. I'm like, how? It's easy. I didn't want my kids to not be able to play around, so I turned the heat up. Man, sit that motherfucker on the couch and put a blanket on. So, before I go off on a tangent, I believe a lot of men tried. We tried to be with these women, and they didn't want us. The 80-20 rule, 80% of women want the top 20% of men.
Okay.
And they don't want the rest of the guys until they're ran through. Women are perishable. Men are expendable. A woman's value drops with time.
Right.
A man's value, if we don't bring something to the table, we're expendable. We're out. What did Chris Rock say? The only people that I love unconditionally on this world are women and children. And I think he said dogs.
Yeah, he did.
Men, we're loved conditionally. What we can bring. I accept it. I know the world that I live in. I know that I have to be of some value.
Right.
A woman can exist and have value. So again, why don't they have all these black men stepping in? How many times I've tried to help a woman out? I have a person I know. I tried to be a positive male role model for her kids. Didn't want me in the picture at all. Like, at all. So if I ain't trying to fuck, just trying to help. Nope, nothing.
Was she too proud for the help?
Guess what? When you're paying your mortgage, they don't say cash, check, or pride. When you pay your electric bill, they don't say cash, check, or pride. Pride don't pay the motherfucking bills. Let that shit go.
It don't. But was she prideful? Is that why she refused your help?
I think she wanted to do everything by herself. And
then she was prideful.
And feminism has lied to women and told them that, hey, if you get a really successful career and do really good and get all these degrees, you're going to be happy. You know the most unhappy demographic in this fucking country?
What?
40-year-old plus women that are successful. No, really. The most unhappy group in America are successful women. Why? Because they
condition themselves to be not relying to other people, that they actually made a wall for nobody else.
But you're not built that way.
Of course we're not. But once you just I have to be the masculine woman, just like Dr. UMAR said, if I have to do everything by myself, I have to raise generation of children. I have to be the Wonder Woman for everybody, and I gotta take all the bullshit from everybody.
And you won't stop none of that unless you get a dominant man, a masculine man.
I agree.
I saw one podcast, and I don't like this podcast.
Okay.
But he made a good point. Guy goes, girl sees a man in the bar. Looks nice. As soon as she gets to him, hey girl. And she goes, whoa. He's like, what is it? Hey, listen, I can only be with a masculine man. And no, he responded with, I'll be masculine once you show me you can be feminine. But the same comes to men all the time. I'll be feminine once you prove to me that you're masculine.
Let me break it down. Just like the woman we was talking about before, what was her name? Williams, the girl that said she would never date a bus driver.
Oh my gosh, she's so last.
Yes, but
Ebony some shit.
Ebony, yes. She is a prime example of a masculine, independent woman. She's almost 40.
And
no children.
And she still can't lock a man down.
And she still can't lock a man down.
You know why?
Because of go ahead. I'll let you say yours. I'll let you go. Go ahead. And then I'll say mine. Go.
It's her attitude. If you're an attractive woman and you're single, that's your fault. We're gonna keep 100.
Okay. Could be. But obviously there's some trauma there, because she literally in a room full of millionaires, and I hear stories of these celebrities, these women celebrities that be in these rooms, and these men just come to them like that without thinking twice. So if you're a very attractive woman with a successful career and all that, it has to be your attitude. Because I don't care. Because you probably coming off like, I don't need you for this, I don't need you for that, I don't need you this, do that, do that. And it's like, okay, you don't need me, so let me leave. Like, let me go. And because most independent masculine women do everything by themselves so long, that actually having someone next to them to help is so foreign to them that they take it as an insult in some way. It's like, I've been doing this all my life, like the masculine energy. This, how dare you come into my house and touch my stuff and do all this and that? And it's like, what? But I understand that you here to help. We need each other, but because women can be so conditioned to do things by themselves for so long, we lose the connection to other people.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Yes, and it takes women most of the time into their 30s to realize what you just said. And it's fucking sad. In their 20s, they won't get that.
Of course not.
I've talked to a few, and you know what the option is for a woman that men don't have? No, a woman can say, fuck it. If she's really nice looking, I'm just going to find a man to take care of me.
Good.
Can a man say that? We can say it, but the odds of it happening.
Not high. Unless it's your mama, it's not likely.
And we could be the hottest man in the world. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Unless you find an independent woman around that age. Because I dated a dude.
She's not going to respect
I dated, I respect him.
I dated a bum.
Yeah. But he was fine though. He was like a model. Hold up. Like, hold up.
Was he modeling?
Fine. Yes.
Was he modeling? Then was he working?
The modeling, I guess, was working. He was modeling.
Don't say Instagram. Doesn't fucking count.
He actually had shoots and this stuff.
Okay,
and he was from Vegas too. Like, I was having a good dance time. But anyway,
he was working it, so he wasn't a bum.
But he wasn't making as much as me. That's what I'm saying. Like, modeling comes and goes. Where is he now? I don't fucking know.
That's what I'm saying. You're obviously not with him because he wasn't making as much as you.
Yeah.
That comes into, like, a man, I don't give a fuck where you work. Your degrees, no man has ever said this woman looks cool over here, but that woman over there with 3 degrees looks better. We don't give a fuck. And the reason why you get these high-powered women in those positions that are really single is, I'm a man. I'm in whatever percentage of men. I know I have a lot to offer. Do I want the girl that's my age, not gonna have as much energy, it's gonna be more argumentative, set in her ways, or is only gonna do X in the bedroom, not gonna do Y and Z, or I can get the younger girl, no baggage, and I don't know what it is. I think I'm pretty sure it has a genetic component because if you put 2 women up side by side, same exact looks, and one's 22 and one's 32. The sex with 22 is going to be better. I don't know why. It's just okay. It just is.
So genetic
but we don't want that. We don't want the attitude. We don't want that high powered woman. It's going to be harder to work with than the younger chick or the chick that has less.
Okay. Okay. So maybe it is a genetic thing too, but because I see a lot of good men. Women say there's no good men. There are, but y'all just not looking at them.
No, they're looking right over them.
So it's like, unfortunately, the good guys are nerds, and the good guys probably love their mama to death, and the good guys are probably boring. So that's why they good, because they're not out here trying to break your heart, trying to do all this extra stuff and do, they right next to you, right beside you, sitting there being chill, and
it's not appreciated in my relationship. I stayed home and played a lot of video games. Now I don't stay home as much. What was better, when I stayed in the house and played video games where you knew where the fuck I was at, where you didn't have to ask? Oh, I know it's Wednesday night. He's not going to the club. He's got a raid on Wednesday night. He's going, or he's probably working, or he's probably doing this. He's probably doing that. But I see it on recently. I had a post online. The girl was like, something, and I said, if you're an attractive woman in your 30s and 40s, maybe you're the problem. And she got mad. And she's like, men saying that, da da da. I was like, but that's the whole thing. Y'all want to party in your 20s. Then we get 30s and 40s, you start to realize.
So what
reality.
do men do in the 20s? You think men really want to be married and have babies and do all that at 18 years old?
I was married at 22.
Okay.
Oh my God, I was about shit. Who'd have thunk it?
But see, it's always a rare breed. Okay, it's not all a lot. No, it's not a lot of men like you, Chris.
No, there are plenty. We just look past all the time. All the time. Now that I'm in the top 5% of men, yeah,
you said 5% out of 100. So you don't think you rare?
Now, I didn't always make what I make. There was a time I didn't have a job, and I was relying on unemployment. And I kept going to interviews, and I kept going to do this, and I kept going to do that. I didn't always have money. People think where I'm at now was not an overnight thing.
Of course.
High school, I didn't eat every day because I ran away and stayed with my brother. And his wife didn't like me, so I didn't eat every day. I've been through some shit you wouldn't believe. But I have a high level of perseverance, and I have some people in my job that I got to remind them that everyone's not like us. Yes, I am slightly rare, but there are plenty of good guys that don't make six figures. There are plenty of good guys that make $20 an hour, and that's probably all they're going to make, $25 an hour. That's not me.
Yeah.
But that's probably all they're going to make. And those men will be loyal. But they asked, where was it? They asked the women, what would you rather have? To be a side chick and the man never tells you no?
Yeah. What would you rather have? Be with a married man that always says yes, or
now when it says be with, they mean be the side John.
Yes. Or have your own man that says no 45% of the time.
I thought it was 50, and so many women wanted it. And that's the thing. It's like we get this. There are plenty of faithful men, but they're average men, and the average woman thinks she's not average.
Okay.
The average woman's gonna rate herself an 8 or a 9 or a 10. You know what a 10 is? Kelly Rowlands, Beyonce. All y'all ain't 10s. But if you're a 10, you can't improve. And these women think they don't need to improve. I've talked to chicks, they're talking X, Y, and Z. I do this.
But is that their fault? Because obviously somebody hyping their head up to believe that the
internet is hyping their head up. There's always going to be someone that tells a woman she looks good because they're trying to fuck.
Yeah, it's true.
Always. It doesn't matter what she looks like. Someone's going to say that. I mean, you got so much cat, it's hard to decipher truth. And the truth comes from the real dudes that they don't want to talk to. Another girl online, oh, my inbox, da 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 da. Man, my inbox makes me sick. One of the dudes is like, you think you'd be happy with all these people in your inbox? She goes, it used to be, but now the type of dude, and my inbox looks dusty. I refrained from my comment, which I was going to say is, who the thunk it? As you got older, the men that want you decline and fight you.
Listen, I mean, I don't mind a man in my inbox as long as you come correct. It's just how your approach is.
How did we talk? I think we did.
Yeah, that's
it wasn't even on some sexual shit. Right. It was just nerd shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I respect you based off of that. It's like you have to learn comfortability sometimes, you know. And I'd be open-minded, but a lot of women not. Like a lot of women really would just be like, "Oh, you work at Sears? What am I supposed to do?
I can't be a manager at Sears?
Is Sears even a thing? Is Sears even There's so many
showing your age.
Exactly. You know how old I am.
Strawberries and Clover?
I should have said Kmart, like shit. But somebody working at Subway. Like you're a Subway artist. What am I supposed to do with that? But it's like, is he a good person? Like, can he take care of you in some form of fashion?
I have another female friend dealing with that. She's with a guy. I was dealing with her before, but she's with a guy now, and he's faithful to her, great with her kids. But he don't make what I make, and they struggling.
Ooh.
And I'm like, you get your blackbone out for me every so often, Lord, and you won't struggle.
Stupid.
Or you could be with that guy and be just with him. and y'all struggle.
And what did she choose?
Oh no, I'm not an asshole. I'm not gonna tell her that.
Oh.
I have some feelings and cool.
Okay.
But I think it all the time. I'm just like, I have another friend. Pride gets in her way all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Phone have an issue. But I'm like, if you'd have told me shit a long fucking time ago, I wouldn't have got this far.
Right.
Wow. And I think they owe me money. I don't even know how much money this friend owes me because I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm helping you, I'm helping you. If I ever lend somebody money, it's not money that is going to hurt me.
Okay.
Now, if you ask to have money, let's say, hey, can I have some money? It'd be like $50, $100. Mm-hmm. Can I borrow some money? It may be higher because it's the implication that it may come back.
Yeah.
But having money is here. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Borrow money is, yo, you owe me money. I
right.
don't care. I had somebody borrow money 5 years ago from me, paid me back a week or two ago.
Dang, you was on some Stu Griffith shit.
Where's my money? Oh, you got money for disguises, huh? But you ain't got my money.
But okay, yeah, the good guys is probably gonna be simps.
No, you can be a good guy and not be a simp. I'm not a simp at all.
But you said this woman had a man that was really good for her, but couldn't provide. You don't think that's like kind of simpish?
No, simpish just gives you everything you want.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say not providing has nothing to do with something. He's working. He's trying to be different. That's man shit. That's not simp shit. Okay. Simp shit would be doing everything she asks for, giving her every dime that he has, and he lives in a box type shit.
Now, I actually was on a radio show talking about that before, and I said I was like a man to say yes all the time because I'm so used to men saying no. It's like, bruh, can I have something I want? But it's not realistic. Nobody, regardless of what age, gender, whatever, is going to tell you yes all the time. And you don't need to be told yes all the time, realistically. Because how do you really learn from that? Being given everything that you ever want.
I had a play partner who hated being told no.
Mm.
Her husband would tell her yes all the time. Mm. Guess who told her no?
No. Stupid.
Guess who she liked more? Yeah. Guess it. Yo, when I broke it off of her, she was trying to talk to me for years later.
I'm sure
you can do anything. Like, yo, anything, whatever you want. Like, yo.
In the butt?
She offered that too. She didn't even like it. She's like, listen, we can do that. I was like, I'm good.
Lord.
But that's the thing. Like, I was with a friend today, and to me, it's certain things that comes to being a man. Like, sitting here with me, if anybody popped in this house, they did.
Yes,
if somebody kicked down this door while I'm here, they're not even going to, the fucking splinters are going to still be in the air before a couple of my friends come towards them at a very high rate of speed.
Right.
But you know that. But I don't know if I talked to a dude the other day, and he was like, oh, I'm a pacifist. To me, that's the bitchest shit I ever fucking heard in my. We don't have the option to be pacifists as men.
Right.
We don't.
Mm.
You can be a monk. You can be a warrior monk. I don't like violence, but I can do violence.
Right.
But we don't have that. That's like, to me, it's certain things that encompass being a man.
I don't understand the pacifist thing. I don't know anything about that because it's like, I understand you don't have to argue with people all the time.
That's fine.
But to just completely just take abuse, that's something different. And pacifists take abuse. So
that's why I said that's bitch shit.
Yeah. So we ain't doing that. Like,
that's like, just so you have the option as a man to say you're a pacifist shows we're in a fucking first world country.
Oh yeah, we in a men being sensitive type of environment nowadays.
I used to be sensitive and I got bullied a lot, and I said that shit sucks. So let me work out. Like, I used to be skinny.
You still kind of skinny.
This is not skinny.
Well, you muscular.
Yeah, it's a difference. Lord. I got the little joint back here, the little indentation.
Yes, let's see.
Let me see. Can you even see this joint? Yeah.
Oh my God. Man.
But because I used to be skinny and I worked really hard to not be skinny anymore. Like, I eat a lot because I have to feed my muscle. But anyway, I got bullied a lot and I didn't like that shit and it sucked. Right. So I changed it.
Exactly.
Everyone doesn't have that fortitude.
True. I mean, I've been bullied a lot, and I changed it too. It's like, you're not gonna bully me. I don't care. Listen, I've did my whole ancestry. I'm Negro, indigenous, Mexican, a lot. I'm the melting pot of America, and just to think of, I read my history of African Americans being slaves, and they was raped, bullied, beaten, hung.
You know, they used to eat black people when they did a lynching. They would after they burnt the man alive, they would pass around some of the flesh and eat it.
They was castrated.
Yeah, don't get. I try not to think about too much of that, like the breeding farms, because once slavery stopped being shipped in, they had to increase their profit.
Right. So these Generation Z's people talking about you this and that on the internet, don't, like, come on now. I can be whatever the fuck you want to be. Call me an elephant or a balloon. And like, to know my history of like how things was to where it is now, this bullying don't define you. And as you see on the internet, it's heartless. They bullied people dying in the submarine. So it's a heartless.
The internet is undefeated.
Yeah, the internet is definitely undefeated.
The internet is undefeated. There's no nothing. There's no credence. Nothing. I told you, shit.
Yo.
Fuck up. The internet is undefeated.
The last exit we saw.
You in the wrong. And they would do that. Killer whales are vicious.
Yes.
Yo, they're called the wolves of the sea.
They could literally eat that whole thing because it was the size of a minivan.
All they have to do is ram it a couple of times.
Mm.
It's not like a minivan, the space of a minivan. Fuck that.
Listen,
again, I say, I knew there were no black people in there before.
Of course not. Absolutely not.
Before I even saw a picture of them.
If I can't even have my feet touch the ground, I'm like, nah, bro.
No, we've done special operations. We've done, like, I've done shit in the ocean.
I did deep sea diving. I used to go to camp. But my feet touched the bottom of the pool. Even if it was deep, my feet could at least touch the ground.
Oh, no, I've been in the ocean, like in the middle of nowhere.
Lord, that's how I learned how to swim. It's like, I can even drown here or swim up back to the top. So
I'm a rock, so yeah, it sucks. I do not float. I'll start to float, and I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm like, fuck. It's gotta swim.
But yeah, it's hard because when you're young, you don't know no better of anything. So how can you really value a man that is not really showing you he a man because he's still young?
Because the lack of two parents. It affects everything.
Mm.
Women that try to marry men without learning the dynamics, and men that try to marry women that didn't have two parents without learning the dynamics. You got TV showing these men, and I have a friend of mine. I can't hear too much because it'll be easy to pinpoint who she is. But she has a rank in her job in the fire department. And I'm not going to say which fire department, but she is the only one of that rank and demographic in her fire department. It's a big fire department. And we were talking on the phone. And I said, we were talking about families and stuff. And I said, that's a choice you got to make. Do you want a successful career or a family? Because you ain't going to be able to have both as a woman. Mm-hmm. And I said, the choice I got to make as a man. Do I want to spend a lot of time with my family and struggle? Mm. Or do I want to provide for my family and not see them as much? No. Those are choices you got to make. You can't, unless you're rich, you can't have it all. No. You can't be a woman with a successful career, boss babe, and have a good family life. Mm. Don't let TV lie to you. Unless you're already rich, you're not going to do it because the hours you got to put in. You know, what was the expression? Find something you love, you'll never work another day in your life. People that do that say it's a fucking lie because you're working more. You're working longer hours because you love it.
But exactly, but it don't feel like work though.
Yeah, but your kids feel it when you're not there at home with them.
True.
For me to provide the family, to provide for my family, I'm working 24s, 36s straight. Come home for 10, 14 hours, work another 24. This shit ain't easy on my body. Mm-hmm. But I know when my kid says, hey, Dad, can I get that video game? Or hey, my friend's having a party at such and such, that's $400 and something. I can do this.
Right.
Or that family member needs money because one of their bills is backed up and they're about to cut off a utility and they got kids. And I can do it.
Mm.
I mean, it's nice to be able to do it, but I know I'm killing myself. It sucks. My body sucks. Hell, I might not even be here next week. You know my job. I could die any fucking day.
True. True.
It's not a fun thought, but I mean, shit. This burn was from somebody. This was
oh jeez.
3-story fire coming out of the second and third floor. So I'm opening.
And you got a lot of hair too, like
yeah. And I got scars, and then you got more burn marks and scars. But found out about women like scars on men because things that we've been through things, and persevered.
And they look good on you. It blends. You can barely tell.
Because I'm light skinned. Oh, the dark skin, that'd be real obvious.
Oh my goodness. But yeah. What was my point?
We bounced around. We bounced from, as a recap, we went from Dr. UMAR's statement saying that Black men need to help more of their families. Yes. We also talked about the submarine, which is the first thing that you talked about.
Right.
Then we went back to the Black families. Mm-hmm. Then we talked about the male and female dynamic in a family, or in reference to like why do men like certain things and why do women like certain things. We talked about the wall, which is undefeated for women. It's coming. It's coming. Bullying.
Yes, we did talk about that, but I wanted to get back to the Dr. Umar statement. So, like I said, men are young, and unless you have leaders, which we don't have too many Black fathers in the home already, where are they going to learn that leadership? And yes, like the guy said in the video, it takes accountability, but how are you even going to learn what accountability is if there's no one teaching you it?
You want to know a thing? And they're going to vilify me for this.
What?
Stop the nigger shows.
What's that? Oh, the TV shows?
Not the nigger shows, the nigger shows.
Okay.
That show the worst parts of our society and glorify them. Power. Fucking
Power's good.
No, fuck that shit.
Power is not good.
No. Because it shows the worst parts of our society, the double crossing, that's not good for us as a people.
But it's more relatable because he hustled in order to get to his own business. And
so that's the only way. That's the only way to get your own business is to hustle, because that's what people are going to think.
Sometimes you have to.
No, there are other ways, and there are people that use those shows as a blueprint for their life. And everyone's not going to be as successful as that TV show.
Okay.
Was it Power, Empire, all those music? Every single religion on this planet has music. You know why they have music? Because music affects your thought process whether you're listening to it or not.
I do.
So you got these trap music, these songs talking about women selling themselves. There's a song with Molly Percocet. What the fuck? That was the whole fucking part. It's like they're putting these thought processes in these kids' heads, and they think that's normal. And it's not. That's literally killing us. And those same people that own those music industries, guess what else they own? Prisons.
Exactly.
Because they know they're going right in that prison.
They knew they used Black people to sell out they Black people. That's pretty much what they do.
Beyonce, did she not her music award, or I don't know what the fuck it's called, but they used us for how many years? For the shows, the openings and closings, but we weren't good enough to win one of their awards.
Right.
They love us for our entertainment, but they don't love us. So we need to focus on not listening to things that are terrible for us. We don't need, it's relatable, yes, but my childhood, if I saw a show that was about my childhood, it'd be fucked up and relatable, but I don't want nobody to go through what I went through. I don't want nobody to think that that's normal or that was okay.
True. We need to stop saying the Black story is a tragic story, because we came from tragedy, we came from a lot of bad things, but as long as you're alive, you can start a new chapter. And that's what I believe. Any day in your life that you're alive and breathing, you can make a change. And yes, change can be scary, but is your situation that you're in comfortable? The only reason why I'm independent and have my apartment and doing all this by myself is because I lived in shit. I lived in shelters. I lived on couches. I lived in bad places. And I just was tired of living like that. And I had to make a change, not just for my life, but also the life I brought into this life. So it's not about just you. If you sick and tired of your situation, you have to change it. It's not going to just change on your own. And if your environment that you're in, because I had an abusive mom, I had fucked up friends. If your environment that you're in is telling you you ain't shit, maybe you shouldn't be in that environment. You have to cut people off sometimes, even family, if it's toxic. You don't need toxic energy around you because toxic is just toxic.
You're the toxic crusader.
But what is toxic? Some you can't breathe. You're suffocating. So if you're suffocating in your environment, shouldn't you open the window? Shouldn't you step outside? Shouldn't you just try to move from this area to a different area just to see how it feels? Take a day vacation. This is why I tell people, take a vacation, even if it's a day, even if it's by yourself. If you in a fucked up situation that you see violence and fighting and crazy shit, take a day vacation.
I'm laughing because when I was at OIF too, I worked 7 months straight with 1 day off.
Okay.
So this is there was no really vacation. It was just like it was a fucked up environment. There's violence. I'm like, yeah, there's violence in war. It's fucked up environment.
Okay, you was in the military, so yes,
I was legit at war.
Yes, you was. But still, get out of your environment if it's toxic. You have to. It's so much stuff in this world that. And there's help too. There's plenty of programs. There's plenty of trade school. You just don't have to go to college. If you don't want to go to college, you can go to
college
trade
is
school.
A trap to me.
It is a trap now.
I make the money I make with a high school diploma. I never went to college in my life. Damn near what? I think I got around 200 last year. Never went to college a day of my life.
Yes, I know a person who owns his own house and he never went to college. He went to trade school.
Trade school is amazing. It's great.
I went to Job Corps. I had a friend who went to Job Corps. He is working for Amtrak as a manager, So there's programs out here that you can use to your advantage. And just try. Just all you have to do is just try. And I really believe in changing your environment. I believe in energy. If it's nothing but negative energy around you, you're just going to have negative energy. But yeah, to say, and people also say with the whole welfare system of the Black woman took that money in food stamps, they want to blame the Black woman for taking the money in food stamps.
Kind of did. Was it Black women love to be held, except when it's accountable?
Oh God.
The first step is accepting that y'all did something wrong. And telling a Black woman she did something wrong, you might as well try to pull the tooth of a fucking tiger with no anesthetic. No. I just 9 out of 10 times I'm right, and 1 time I'm not right. Science just hasn't caught up yet to prove it. No, but I've seen people that will do everything they can to not accept they're wrong. We're in a world today with echo chambers where people will only entertain people that agree with them all the time.
Exactly.
And then you stifle your own intellectual development when you don't have conflicting views. You need conflicting views for you to get smarter as a person.
Exactly. It's not healthy to be around a bunch of yes men. And you need to take accountability if you did something wrong. And I can say, yeah, the women took, just like, oh my goodness, you remember the video of, would you rather take $250 food stamps or dinner with Soulja Boy?
Yo, I would take the $250. What's Soulja Boy gonna do for me?
But still, Soulja Boy is a millionaire though. No, now I don't think he's intelligent.
He's not. I don't think he's a millionaire anymore.
Well, he's so rich.
than the average person. Yes. But she also had a bunch of scams. Like that game console that he made with his drop shipping. I had to, oh my God, just stupid people had to explain to somebody online. He goes, but Soulja Boy made his own console. I said, no, he didn't. Yeah, he did. And they just don't want you. I'm like, no, he's really drop shipping. I said, he literally is talking to a company that made an emulator and they put his motherfucking sticker on it and they shipped it out. That's drop shipping. You basically, let's say you're selling a product and I want to buy the product. And I look online for that product. I go to pay you. And as soon as I pay you, you pay the company. Let's say this product costs $100. But it really only costs you $20. You advertise it for $100. Hey, I'm buying this product from you for $100. As soon as you get the money, you send it to that company. That company mails it directly to him. That's drop shipping. Amazon used to do a bunch of stuff like that, but they stopped because people were setting drop shipping sites up through Amazon. And Amazon's like, we can do this ourselves. Cutting the middleman out. But that's all drop shipping is. So Soulja Boy, AliExpress, you can buy everything that Soulja Boy had on AliExpress for like 50%, 20% of the price.
Okay. How they should have said Beyonce or Jay-Z or even Oprah Winfrey. Because,
Oprah, I would do it with Oprah.
Yes, because it's like you want to sit next to a person for knowledge, and so you can learn from that knowledge. That $250 food stamp will last you a month maybe, and then what after that?
The fuck! I wish there's like a week in my house.
It's probably now a week in everybody's house. Shoot, remember when they say go to the grocery store, it's cheaper? It doesn't even matter no more. You can even order out or go to the grocery. But yeah, it's the value of either. If I'm a poor single Black woman and a man comes to my door and says, if you get rid of this man, I'll give you, back then it was probably $100.
It wasn't even $100. It was basically stable housing, food. Yeah, they took that over us.
Yeah.
Before the welfare system, 3 out of 4 families in the Black community were two-parent households before the welfare system. The welfare system, the way it was presented to us, was a targeted attack on the Black community. When they removed that Black man from the house, that little girl saw, oh, only men come in for sex. And that little boy saw, oh, only have to come in for sex.
Yeah.
And that mom said, I don't need a man. There'd be a lot more deadbeat women if it wasn't for public assistance. I'm just throwing it out there. No, but it was a targeted attack on us, and we're feeling the repercussions of it. And a lot of the other positive, strong Black men in our community were arrested and put in jail. So they only have the weak ones that are left in our society. You got these weak men trying to be strong because they're weak. They're doing stupid things. And you got these boys looking at these weak ass fucking men.
Or weak men thinking that they're strong men.
And those same weak men sell drugs and get money. And these girls want to be with the guy that gets money. So that dude that's about something that doesn't have all the drug dealer money is now getting looked over.
Okay.
Yeah. Cycle, I've seen it. It sucks. Seen the story a few times.
Okay. So the only thing that's really going to help us is we need to uncondition our thought of what the Black home is. We was raised by single mothers thinking just we supposed to be single mothers or just impregnate women to make them single mothers, and they want to just take care of the kid and I can do whatever I want.
Women need to start. The reason why I say women need to start, women control who they have sex with. I'm not talking about obviously sexual assault is a bad thing. I would never wish that on anybody. But if it's consensual, you control who you have sex with. You control who you have unprotected sex with. Exercise control. I didn't know.
I could say that's the same for men. Think up here, not down there.
Who controls access to sex?
We do, but
no. Who controls access to sex?
We do. Women.
Not women. Women control access to sex.
Mm-hmm.
So if whoever controls the access, the onus is on them. Okay. You control access to it, right?
Yes.
Oh man, I don't like the way a condom feels. Get the fuck over it. See, we're not having sex tonight. That's all women gotta say. Mm. Now I've heard of something in Britain people do called stealthing, which is dumb. I would never condone that. What that. They'll pretend they put a condom on, then when they have sex, they don't. Wow. Yeah, it's dumb. I would never. It's certain thing.
Because they just want to feel.
It does feel different. I will 110% say it feels different. But Guess you know what else feels better than that? Not having to wake up in the middle of the fucking night for a baby.
Or not waking up in the middle of the night and pissing in his burns.
Thankfully, I've never experienced that. Ever. But yeah.
But yes, we both, men and women, need to practice self-control. Okay,
yes,
we
but
need
the
to
onus is on y'all first.
Yes, sex-wise, yes, women controls the access to sex when it can be consensual. But men should also control your genitals because y'all think more down there than up here. It's just, it is. But yes, we both need to take accountability. As a black woman,
I'll give it 70-30.
For the black men who feel like black woman has like done you dirty, I will say I'm sorry. Okay. All right. I can't speak for all black women, but if I did something, I'm sorry. Okay. It takes growth. And it's not a bad thing to take accountability and say I'm sorry if you really did do something.
All right. For the black men who a woman may feel as if they've done them dirty, and these are the same men that y'all curbed for years, we ain't fucking sorry. We not sorry at all. It took us a while to get there. We got there. I'm just saying.
Should hit you with this mic.
For all the women that
this man on some light skin shit, so don't listen to this man. Don't listen to this man.
For all the women that curved me, for all the women that said I wasn't attractive, and I did all these. No, I had a chick tell me in high school. I said, what I gotta do to be your boyfriend? She said, basically bigger than you, stronger than you, everything that wasn't me. So you know what I did over fucking 10th grade to 11th grade summer? I worked out in my house.
Oh my God.
Got to school, 11th grade year, she wasn't even there. So the next year, I did the same thing over the summer, and then she made it back to school last year. She lived there at school. Then I go to the Marines. She writes me a letter. Before I said, hey, I want to go to prom, I was like, hey, this is my last time I asked to go with you.
But isn't in our women's DNA to be damsels in distress and want to fall into the big strong man's arms?
It's in a woman's DNA to want the best. That's genetic. That's why the 80-20 rule is a thing. That's why 80% of women want the top 20% of men, because that top 20% of men, and that's environmental, rather be 20% in reference to pay, 20% in reference to respect in that environment. That's why the drug dealers get all the pussy, because in that environment, in that area, those are top dogs because they have funds and or they have respect.
Mm-hmm.
So that it's in your DNA, and it's in your DNA, but I guess I'm built different. I just didn't like my lot in life. So I worked hard. So again, those women that curbed me, I'm not sorry that I'm the person I am today. I thank them for it.
Okay.
Because they helped me push past. Mm-hmm. Hell, that one girl that curbed me all them times, she told me in a letter when I was in boot camp, oh, I really liked you all these years. I didn't want to say it. I was embarrassed. So then I told her when I got back from boot camp, we're such good friends right now. I'd hate to ruin it.
I told you my situation when I had a dude from high school hit me up on the same type time, and I said we can be friends. It doesn't make sense when I know what you did and you did it dirty. Why would I go back? You know, you didn't like me back then. What is that song? Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all want me. Like,
oh yeah. I'll probably say my high school class, the ones that are still alive. And I'm not even saying this to sound bullshit. I'm probably doing better than 99% of the people in my high school class I graduated with.
Okay.
Like, and that's the thing. I don't dress like someone that makes what I do. Mm-hmm. The most you may be able to see that I might have some funds is my fucking car. And I'll be forgetting that. They'd be like, ooh. I'm like, oh, shit.
Right.
But no, I don't advertise it, so it's fucked up because I'll get different actions.
Well, you're humble. Obviously, you got you a little humble, but some men really take that. I got a BMW. Why you don't want me? I got all this money. Why don't you want me? And it's like, how is your personality though? Is your personality trash? Like, someone, do you really want a woman just to like you and love you for your stuff and not just for you as a person?
Well, as a man, my stuff is in the basket of things that y'all want to like us for. Like,
stuff is nice, but I don't need a lot of stuff. You know, I got stuff.
But you need stuff. You would respect a man more if he made more than you. If he made more than you.
Of course.
Yes. I'm just saying, I get it. I get it. I know the world I live in. I accept the world I live in.
Yes, but there's someone who really would just jump ship for any rich man whatsoever. You know, that what is that? Jeff Bezos, that's the guy who owns Amazon.
You know what happened with him with Trump?
What?
It's good. It's good. So Jeff Bezos cheating on his wife, and Bezos owns some type of newspaper or whatever. Mm-hmm. Well,
Trump, the new wife he just got?
No, not the new wife. The other wife. This is why Trump and his people had some like, listen, we know that you're doing X, Y, and Z, and if you don't stop publishing things like this in your paper, we're going to expose you. Bezos was like, fuck you. He exposed himself because he refused to be fucking blackmailed. He was willing to give up half his fucking fortune. The dude's like, fuck you. No, fuck you.
That's a Kevin Hart movie. Remember when Kevin Hart got caught up in that scandal with that woman? You don't remember that?
No.
Kevin Hart was married to his recent wife, and they was newly married. And he went into a hotel with a woman, you know, and they did a thing. And the woman then blackmailed him, like, if you don't give me this amount of money, I'm going to expose you. He said, fuck you. I'll expose myself. Like, what? My wife ain't going nowhere. My money ain't going to go nowhere. I can make that back. So, yeah.
And what she really fucked up on was she played her cards right. She could have made it a regular thing. And he would have gave her money because certain amounts of money ain't shit to certain people.
Right.
At his money level, $10,000 wouldn't be shit for him. He could have dropped her 10 G's a month. That's $100,000 a year. That would put her in the top 20% of earners in this country for doing nothing. But fucking do maybe once or twice a week.
She was
not even a week, once or twice a month.
She probably was desperate.
No, she was greedy.
Probably that too.
Not desperate, greedy. A lot of people aren't desperate, they're greedy. And being greedy will fuck them. Figuratively.
So what's the moral of the story here with the black men? And
I think that we should definitely help more. But this is a big but. But no, we should help more. But black women would not respect our help, nor they accept our help. They don't want to accept our help until after they've hit the wall. And by that point,
fuck what he said. You better help me. I don't give a fuck.
and I forgot who put it out there. They said even men with good intentions still want to fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we had the best intentions in the world. Your body right.
Stupid.
Oh shit. Oh my God, I just remember I had a female friend of mine tell me her daughter needed one the iPad. And she was like, oh, my daughter is this iPad, this iPad, that. And I'm like,
but see, this is the issue. Because this is why people really can't believe a man and a woman can just be friends. Because they think, oh, you have to be sleeping with him.
We already had that type of relationship.
Okay, so you had sex with all your girlfriends?
Female friends?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Okay.
Actually, female friends are just friends. I mean, everyone, because I'm poly, that doesn't mean I'm trying to fuck everything I see or everything that walks. I have
self-control.
I've turned women down. I've turned multiple women down. I've had women that are female friends that are drunk. Multiple women I've turned down that have been drinking. I'm like, no.
Right.
Like, what do you mean, no? That's what I said. Listen, if you do something with me, I want you to do it 100% awares.
Right.
I want you to be no regret. I want you to be like, oh, I wasn't about. No, I refuse to. I refuse to. And I've turned women for other reasons too. I don't just have sex with everything I see. That's a lot of work. But no, I just like I said, just because I'm poly doesn't mean I want every single woman.
Well, that's good. You really have a lot of self-control because I just know people who don't. But but okay, so
we should help more. But just notice some men are. What's
women,
worth it more to
women
you?
let down your guard just tiny bit, crack the window open just a tiny bit, just to let the hope in a bit. Let men's actions speak for themselves. Let women's actions speak for themselves. Stop assuming that as soon as man is just gonna come in your life, he's just gonna fuck up everything. Because this is what independent women believe. Because I've been doing this so long. What do I need you for? You need him for a lot of things. If you really want a family, you don't need a man now because there is insemination and just genetics and stuff like that.
But you still need a man to donate that sperm. So again, you still need a man. There was some fucking ditzy ass chick that said that shit. We don't need men. There's sperm banks. And the guy was like,
"It's still sperm
coming from who?
Man.
The bank? No, coming from a man." But continue.
Okay. You still would want, even with the baby. I was lucky. I had my child's father there the whole way. I couldn't imagine raising that kid by myself. You know, it's sleepless nights, sleepless mornings. It's a lot. You need a partnership. Even if it's a female, you just need somebody to be by your side. But if you're not, unless, this is what I always say, when women that says, I don't need a man, unless you fully blown lesbian, I think you need a man, honey, like in some form of fashion. That doesn't downplay your abilities at all. It's genetic that we need that intimacy, that connection with another person.
That lesbian ain't gonna be to open that jar by herself, though.
It's a lesbian that can open a jar.
Not all jars. We got that man strength.
Oh my God, we get jar openers. Don't listen to this man. See, this is why we about to say, listen, fuck that. Independent woman, fuck these niggas. Like what?
Yeah, I used to purposely, when she got on my nerves, tighten the lids on shit real fucking tight. Or put stuff on high shelves.
Oh my God.
I don't need a man.
Lord.
Can you open these pickles for me?
Anyway, listen. Like women, let's let our guard down just a tiny bit. I know. It's probably women like, bitch, you a traitor. Like, no, listen to me. I'm not a traitor. I'm independent woman, my damn self. But I'm just tired of seeing my people struggle. And we lost Martin Luther King. We lost Malcolm X. We losing powerful leaders. And the white
Kevin
people.
Samuels.
Oh God, this man, shut up.
Powerful man.
Shut up. We're losing powerful leaders, and the white man is applauding it. Just the reason why people was laughing and not feeling so much sympathy for this ship that sank in the bottom of the ocean, the submarine, is because they knew they had the white privilege that we never had. They had the family that we never had. And it's like, we're supposed to feel sorry when y'all slaughtered our people, that y'all caused us to live in foster homes and shelters and Section 8 houses and welfare houses and segregation to give us shitty ass jobs that were only maids or cooks or shoe shiners. And we need to fix this. They cause it, yeah. But are we really just going to keep allowing the bulliness to continue? The hatred to continue? Because like Chris said, we don't have that many role models on TV or music now. It's all we being programmed is to fight, argue, toxic is cute, toxic is this, toxic is that. No, toxic is not good. Toxic is poison. What is poison? Bad for you. So why is toxic cute? Why is toxic good? You know, it's, you just need to try to shake bad habits. It's hard, yes. And people just so used to things being the way it is, they don't believe it's a hope. But your life is not going to change if you keep believing that. Nothing's going to fix unless you fix it. Like my fire with smoke detector is out. The battery, it's going to stay out until I put a battery in it, right? So I can be asleep and dead because I did not put a battery in that damn fire detector. So I have to get up, find my best friend to put a damn battery in there. It's nothing's going to change and fix unless you change it and fix it. That's all I'm just saying, folks. So that's going to be the end of my spiel for today. Thanks everyone who joined in. Thank you, my guest co-host Chris, for joining in. I appreciate everyone coming in today, and I guess I'll see you next time. Shut up.